Hi guys, and welcome with me again on this channel after a long time out. And some of you might already know this channel for its luxury content, but as a passionate football fan and lover, I am kicking up something exciting and new on the channel today. Exciting deep dives into the world of football and luxury. So why not? Let us get started. And today our destination is Manchester United. Despite all the noise made in preseason by Manchester United fans that perhaps they have turned the corner and they are ready for the title running to finish in the top four, I still am not convinced. And this is not because they drew 2-2 against Everton in their last preseason game. Congratulations, of course, to Manchester United fan and to Ruben Amorim for winning that series. But watching that match and analyzing the match critically against Everton, they led twice and Everton came back twice to level that game. I still don't think I'm completely convinced about United's revival or under Ruben Amorim. There's still key things to address in that team. And when you look at some of these key things they need to address, one of them is speed. They lack speed in critical areas of the pitch, especially in midfield. For me, I think they are too slow. They are second to the ball, and that is why a lot of people have been crying out for them to go sign, a Baleba from Brighton to fix that speed thing. Because for me, I don't think the combination of Ugarte, Kobe Menu, and Fernandez or Casemiro in that midfield is really working. For me, Amad Diallo seems to be the most exciting player as we speak right now. I know they've added two more players in Brian Mbeumo and Matthias Cunha to their attack, but that is not enough. If you look at Manchester United last season, speed was their speed and lack of fitness. Well, thankfully, I think Ruben Amorim has addressed the issue of fitness. They look, a bit sharper than they were last season. If you look at their campaign in the Europa League, all through onto the final, they cruised through the final. And that's because they didn't face any Premier League opposition until the final where they met Tottenham Hotspur. And they lost that match 1-0. So fitness was their major issue last season. Well, I think it's addressed some part of that. But it's still not enough from what I saw in their preseason games, especially that Everton match where they faced off against Premier League opposition once again. So they still need a lot of quality signings to come in that team. Just Matthias Cunha and Brian Mbeumo will not do it. They need a top quality striker. They need perhaps an experienced defender, a midfielder, a new goalkeeper, and maybe we can start talking about them, being revived under Ruben Amorim. But right now, it's still too early to get into that sort of conversation. But having said that, you look at a whole lot of things that they are doing right so far. Like I said, they've looked so sharp in preseason, and I believe, of course, definitely United will not finish 15th again this season. That's very disappointing. Since Alex Ferguson left, I think that's the lowest any manager has finished in the Premier League with Manchester United. That is never going to happen again this season. But for them to finish in the top four is a lot of ask, given what I'm saying in preseason. Maybe a top 6, top 7 finish, perhaps. But if they can address those key areas that I mentioned, in attack, midfield, defense, and the goalkeeper, perhaps we might even be looking at a top 4. But as we speak right now, just 2 signings will not cut it for me, for Manchester United. They still need to do more in the transfer window before it shuts ahead of the new season. Benjamin Sesko, they've been linked with Sesko, they've been linked with Donnarumma. We don't know how all these rumors will pan out before the transfer window shut. But if they do not address those things, all this noise about Manchester United's revival under Ruben Amorim may have gone to waste. So maybe United fans, I'm sorry to be the breaker of doom or bad news. I don't think you guys are ready yet. But What do I know? Let's wait. The new season is just around the corner. Well, whew, that's all for United for now. We'll be bringing you more updates as soon as we have more on United's debacle. Let's turn our attention then to the latest transfer update for today, shall we? Welcome with me again to today's transfer update. Newcastle are pushing ahead to agree a deal with RB Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko after being given encouragement. The striker wants to join them, but Manchester United remain interested, with reports last week suggesting that Old Trafford was the player's preferred destination. Newcastle are set to revive their interest in England defender McGahey with a £40 million offer, while Crystal Palace value the 25-year-old at £50 million. And manager David Moyes wants up to 6 more signings at Everton, including 2 central midfielders and 2 wide players before the start of the new season. And Tottenham have been told that they will have to pay £26 million to sign Spanish midfielder Marc Casado from Barcelona. Brazil winger Rodrigo wants to stay at Real Madrid and fight for his place amid interest from Tottenham, Arsenal and Liverpool. Crystal Palace face competition from Juventus for Girona's 22-year-old Spanish right back, and now Martinez. Stuttgart are working on a deal to sign 25-year-old Portuguese midfielder Fabio Vieira from Arsenal, who has also attracted interest from FC Porto. And Tottenham are looking to sell Mali defender, midfielder, I beg your pardon, Yves Bissouma, to free up space for 25-year-old England and Atletico Madrid midfielder Conor Gallagher. Bayer Leverkusen want Manchester United's Rasmus Højlund, but face competition from AC Milan, Inter Milan and Juventus for the Denmark striker. Well, that's all the latest updates we have for you for today. We'll have more transfer updates for you tomorrow, of course. But let's focus our attention on, this whole Benjamin Sesko, Newcastle United, Manchester United debacle. Then, to me, it seems like this player is playing a game of poker with both clubs. Last week, we heard his preferred destination will be Manchester United. Right now, we're hearing he favors a move to Newcastle United. He didn't submit any official bid, of course. We also understand he's told both clubs he wants to join them. So come on, who exactly do you want to join? Well, I think he's just playing the waiting game to see which offer is more lucrative for him, because right now he's perhaps the only remaining top quality striker in the transfer market, because all the other top quality strikers have been sold or bought. You look at Victor Gyökeres, who's moved to Arsenal. You look at Hugo Ekitike, who has joined Liverpool. Victor Osimhen has signed with Galatasaray. So who else is in the market that is really hot at the moment? I don't think anyone else except Benjamin Sesko, which is why I think he's trying to play his cards right. But it doesn't mean he's going to be an instant hit in the Premier League, because Premier League football is a different kettle of fish entirely. You need to be sharp. You need to have that speed of thought at the speed of light. It's really intense the way players react to football and defenders, especially strikers. So we hope he hits the ground running, but we don't know where he's going to be going yet. He hasn't confirmed that. So I was asking in one of my previous videos, if United miss out on Benjamin Sesko, then what other options do they have? And please, for the like of me, Manchester United fans, I do not want to hear names like Nicholas Jackson, because that's an insult. That's an insult to the legacy of United, Manchester United. No, hell no. Sorry, pardon my language. You don't want to downgrade yourself so low to the level of Nicholas Jackson. I would rather keep Rasmus Højlund. than go for Nicholas Jackson at the moment. So I don't think United have got too many options. They miss out on Benjamin Sesko at the moment. They might just go through the season again with Rasmus Højlund. Another worthy transfer story worthy of mention will be Brazilian winger Rodrigo, who wants to fight for his place at Real Madrid. Well, I don't understand this one. The player knows best. I don't understand why players really want to stay put at a place where they are not wanted. I don't think he's in Xabi Alonso's books for the new season. So why not go to where you would be appreciated, like Arsenal or Liverpool. Liverpool just sold Luis Diaz to Bayern Munich. They need a replacement. We don't know if they are going to get Alexander Isak from Newcastle. It's not looking likely. So Rodrigo would have been a very perfect replacement for Luis Diaz. So why not just try to, look for new challenge instead of trying to fight for your place under a manager who does not really fancy you much. He didn't play a lot of football in preseason. If I were him, I would definitely go to where I'm valued and appreciated and where I'll be playing regular football instead of sitting on the bench. And Liverpool, I think they are building something really interesting. I will do another video on the strengths of that Liverpool squad very shortly. They might be dominating the Premier League and Europe for the foreseeable future. So another one here is that Bayer Leverkusen wants Rasmus Højlund, but AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Juventus also want the player. I don't think United will be quick to get rid of him, especially when they haven't gotten another striker in yet. So we'll have to keep our eyes on this one and see how it unravels. Because if you get rid of the only striker you've got in the squad at the moment without any tangible replacements, then you'll be going through the season to sign a new striker or until January. So I don't think this one happening unless United have got a replacement in place for Rasmus Højlund. Well, those are all the latest G's and transfer rumors for today. Thank you for staying with me. Keep the comments and the likes rolling in. Let me, hear what you think about some of these latest updates, transfer updates, what you think of Manchester United's chances of, maybe making the top 4, winning the Premier League title next season. And let's keep the engagement going.